Porto versus Lisbon. Which city is at the top of your travel list? Let's dive into a journey that compares these two magnificent cities from Portugal. Travel Guide Edition.
Today, we're doing something unique.
Yep, we're exploring Lisbon and Porto, comparing their culture, lifestyle, culinary scenes, and much more to help you decide which city to visit next. First up, let's compare the waterfronts. I'm voting for Porto. This city is famed for its historical core, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The waterfront is lined by the beautiful Ribeira district, full of bustling life along the Douro River. This beautiful district is lined with colorful houses leading to the Dom Louis I Bridge. This is the place to hang out, definitely, especially at night. The promenade along the water is full of restaurants with outdoor dining and talented street performers serenading you as you sip on port wine. Who doesn't love that? Speaking of port wine, just across the water is the district of Gaia, which is my favorite place to hang out. This is where all the port wine cellars are. See why I like to hang out there? It also offers the best view of the Ribeira district. Here, wine just isn't a drink, it's a cultural experience. There are great cafes, including superb bars at the top of the gondola to view the sunset. Tasting port wine is a must when in Porto. The cellars are used to blend and age the wines that are produced in the Douro Valley. I always stock up on vintage ports that I'm collecting at home and saving for a special occasion. So how do you get to Gaia from the Ribeira district? Well, it's easy. You take a stroll across the Dom Louis I Bridge. Besides, no visit to Porto is complete without a walk across this stunning bridge. You can cross it at the top or at the bottom. Now, I suggest walking along the lower portion to Gaia and then enjoy Gaia's waterfront. You can take tours of all the port wine cellars, the Wow District, and then after that, hop on the Teleferico, where you can head up to watch the sunset from the grassy hill over the Ribeira District. Or, if you want an Aperol Spritz, have a drink at the Teleferico bar. If you want to really plan a trip to Porto, check out our blog post with all the information you need in the links below.
Now let's jet over to Lisbon to see what the capital has in store for us when it comes to their waterfront. The waterfront of Lisbon is huge, spanning the entire front of the city. And we took an Uber out to the Belém district and spent a day strolling all the way back to the city center. There are so many things to see and do along here, and we started at Belém Tower. This is one place that is not to be missed. Standing at the mouth of the Tagus River, it has guarded Lisbon for over 500 years. And just a stone's throw away is the majestic Jerónimos Monastery. This is an architectural marvel that exemplifies Portuguese Gothic, Manuelan, and Romantic eras. It was built in the 16th century to commemorate Vasco da Gama's return from India, as he was the first European to land on the shores of India by boat. And just down the way is a modern piece of architecture that you cannot miss, and that's the Monument of Discoveries. Portugal was made on explorers, and this commemorates all the great explorers of Portugal. You can go up for views of the Tagus River and the city, and you can also walk around it. Going up is a small fee, but walking on its grounds is free. Most of the sites along the Tagus River are free that you can see from the outside. And if you want to go inside, there's a small fee, and we highly recommend booking all of this in advance because crowds are huge. There are plenty of things to see all the way back to the historic center with marinas, restaurants, and plenty of museums. If you don't want to walk, you can rent a scooter or a bicycle that you can just use through an app, hop on and hop off, and leave it where you go. One of the places you can't miss is the MAAT. It's the Modern Art Building of Modern Art and Architecture. And it is an amazing modern structure that spans the river. And don't forget going to the LX Factory. This competes with Porto's waterfront of Gaia. The LX factory was built under the April 25th bridge and is a whole artist community with restaurants, artist shops, and a lot of cafes and boutiques where you can do some shopping. This is a great place for sunset where you can enjoy an apparel spritz as you watch the street performers out on the street. Well, when it comes to the waterfront, which city comes out on top?
Well, I think we have to give this one to Porto. It's a lot more compact and easier to get around than Lisbon. So I think for that fact alone, it should win, or it should at least get a point.
I think I'm going to go with you for that. Lisbon has an amazing waterfront that you can cycle and go for a run and walk through and see a lot, but it's very spread out. So when it comes to tourist attractions, I think Porto is better because you can see it all really in one day. So there's a point to Porto. Woohoo! Point for me. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments.
Porto's historic center has it all. The Old Quarter is a UNESCO World Heritage Site unto itself. As soon as you enter by train, you see the historic and most beautiful train station in Europe, São Bento Station. It showcases Portugal's history in 20,000 tiles. And speaking of tiles, Porto is a city of tiles. There are countless churches, cathedrals, and restaurants adorned with beautiful blue tiles. Porto also has fado music as well, but in Porto it's performed in wine cellars, making for a truly unique experience. Porto has its own fort and city walls as well as cathedrals that you can visit, and it's within easy walking distance of all the attractions.
I'm taking you to the Alfama district, the oldest district in all of Lisbon. It's known for its narrow streets, historic buildings, and the hauntingly beautiful sounds of fado music. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and there are so many things to see and do. We recommend starting at the St. George's Castle. It is the highest point in the entire district, and it stands proud. You can take in views of the city from up there before working your way down and getting lost in the cobblestone streets. I recommend going early to avoid the crowds. There are miradors all around this neighborhood, and you can see so many beautiful places of Lisbon as you walk through the area. We took a tuk-tuk of this area actually, and we found it to be a great way to see a lot of sights in a short amount of time. It was actually 80 euros for the two of us, which it seems very pricey, but we could see so many things in one shot. Lisbon is known as the City of Hills, and to be able to walk around all of these hills would take days. So getting on a tuk-tuk, we could go up to all of the different miradors and viewpoints, and it was a lot of fun. Otherwise, we would have to take an Uber or the trams, and that just takes a long time. If you have a short amount of time, it's really the way to go. This district is also known for its fado. Fado music is the music of Portugal, and you'll be able to find the Fado Museum here to really learn about the culture and history here. Spending a day is an amazing way to immerse in the historical history of Portugal. So when it comes to historic districts, who won? Which city won this round for you? The charm of Porto or the history of Lisbon? Let us know in the comments below. But what do you think had our vote?
Well, I think Lisbon takes this one. It's pretty tough to compete with the capital city of Portugal when it comes to history. There's the miradors, there's so much culture, there's historic landmarks, all broken down into these compact and really explorable neighborhoods. I think that's why Lisbon takes the cake on this one.
Yeah, well, they both have their most amazing history, both cities. I think that Lisbon has just a lot more to do because it is so much bigger.
Yeah, definitely. Let's kick things off right here at one of Porto's most famous spots, Livraria Lello, often called the Harry Potter Library. Let's find out why people line up here every day. Livraria Lello is renowned for its stunning neo-Gothic architecture with winding staircases. It's rumored to be the inspiration for J.K. Rowling's description of Hogwarts, but she denies it. Regardless, it's worth visiting. Often touted as the most beautiful bookstore in the world, We booked the gold ticket for the first entry of the day. This lets you bypass the line and walk right in with that ticket at that designated time. But be warned, you must book this weeks or even months in advance if you want to be first. Go to their website in the links below to book your timed entry now. It's definitely worth the €15 because you get a free book with it as well. And being first in gives you exactly 3 minutes free from the crowds. Tram 1 offers a scenic route from the historic center to the mouth of the Douro River. It's a popular way to see the city from a different angle. But truthfully, I didn't find it worth it as it's hot, it's loud, and you don't really see a whole lot. It's quite pricey at €7 per person, and the crowds and lines are really, really long.
Every city has its overrated tourist attraction, but are some of them worth going to? In Lisbon, the big one that has a lot of lineups is the elevator Santa Justa. This is a 19th century lift that offers panoramic views of the city and is an awesome piece of architecture. It was built in 1902, and it's not only a functional elevator today, but it's a piece of art. It was designed by a disciple of Gustav Eiffel, and it's really exquisite. It stands above the Barro Alto district, and it offers some of the best views over Lisbon. The view is stunning, but the wait is long, and there are no purchasing advance tickets here or timed entry, so you just have to go stand in line. It's included in your Lisbon pass, though, and it is very reasonable. So, why not go up if you can? However, if you want to take the tram, an Uber, or a taxi, or even walk up, you can see the same views from the Mirador. So it all depends on if you want to ride on a piece of history or if you want to go up to the top on your own. Tram 28 is one of the most iconic images of Portugal. It's the one you see on all of the guidebooks and websites, and it is a rite of passage when you visit the city. This yellow tram takes you through some of the city's most historic landmarks and to the top of the city. Remember we told you that Lisbon is a city of hills? Well, it's a great way to go up and down the city without having to walk. It does get very crowded, so we suggest going first thing in the morning to beat the rush. For first-time visitors, it is a ride that you must take. What makes this worth it is that it passes through all of the top landmarks of Lisbon, so you can plan your trip and go back to visit later. Well, when it comes to who wins the overrated tourist attractions in each city, I have to go with the Livraria Lello in Porto.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm a Harry Potter fan. It's just beautiful. And hey, if you get that golden ticket and go first thing in the morning, it's really worth visiting. Plus, I have a souvenir of my own Little Prince book. What's the name of that book?
The Little Prince. The Petite Prince.
The Petite Prince with me that I can live out my dreams of being in a Harry Potter fairy tale. No, it's really fabulous. The Santa Justa elevator is great to look at, but go in to the bookstore. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I would say Tram 28 wins over Tram 1 just because it's a lot more historic. It allows you to get around the city a little bit more. And hey, it really is that iconic symbol of Portugal. So you have to ride it. Both Porto and Lisbon are not only rich in culture and history, but also serve as gateways to some of the most incredible day trips in the country. First up, Guimarães from Porto. It's often referred to as the birthplace of Portugal. This city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its well-preserved medieval architecture. Just walking through these ancient streets feels like stepping back in time. It's not just a day trip, it's an experience. From Guimarães Castle to its UNESCO Historic Center, you're gonna love it. And don't miss walking along Santa Maria Street. It's the longest street in the city. This pedestrian street is lined with boutiques and cafes leading through beautiful squares. See its old tanneries that are preserved to perfection. Or you could take the gondola up to Mount Peña for panoramic views of the city and enjoy its hiking trails if that's what you're into. Now, many people do this as a day trip, but you can spend more time for sure. We spent 3 full days exploring Guimarães and still could have seen more.
Sintra is one of the most popular day trips from Lisbon and really one of the most popular places to visit in all of Portugal. It's not only mesmerizing, but it's steeped with mysticism and history. From the colorful and ornate Peña Palace to the imposing Moorish castle, it is a must visit. Peña Palace is a 19th century castle that is a mishmash of Gothic, Romantic, and Moorish architecture. It's the first place you should visit, and you should go early in the morning to avoid the crowds. You can then go for a walk to the nearby Moorish castle. When combined with day trips from Lisbon, most people also include Quinta da Regaleira. It's famous for its initiation well that was used by the secret society of the Freemasons. And the historic city center houses the National Palace of Sintra that has more than 1,000 years of history. If you only have a day, we highly recommend booking an organized tour, which we have suggested in the links below. But if you have more time, we suggest definitely staying overnight. It's easy to get to. You can take a train and it's only 30 minutes outside of the city. So even if you only have a day, you can do it on your own as well. But an organized tour will let you get to see everything in a short amount of time.
All right, it's the battle of the day trips. Who's going to get the point this time?
Well, I think it has to go to Lisbon. I know that I'm on Team Lisbon already, but weighing the two, it has to go to Lisbon. First of all, the 2 day trips that we mentioned are only 30 minutes outside of the city, and you can easily get to them by train, so you can visit them on your own. And when you have an iconic place like Sintra, that is one of the most visited places in all of Portugal, it has to win. I really love going to Guimarães. Don't get me wrong, that's an incredible city, but it does need to be done on a guided tour or you have to rent a car. Same thing with Aveiro. It's beautiful, but it's a little harder to get to. So I'm going to give the point to Lisbon just for its ease of going on all the day trips.
Well, I think with that argument, you have definitely convinced me. It has my point as well. Lisbon for a point.
Well, when we tally up the points, it looks like Lisbon came out on top.
Lisbon? But I love Porto. Porto should have won. Come on. Where's all my Porto fans who agree with me? Support me in the comments.
The points don't lie, Dave. We went by the points. You listened, you voted, and Lisbon won out.
I think you just talked me into Lisbon. I still love Porto.
That's what a good wife does. I love Porto too. Let us know which one you love most and tell us if we're completely wrong about any of our choices.
Or if we missed anything. So whether you're after cultural immersion, culinary delights, or picturesque urban landscapes, Portugal's cities have something for everyone. So what do you think? Would you visit Lisbon or Porto? Or what about both? Let us know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, we're here to help. Feel free to ask away. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe for more travel insights.